Hey guys, this is Rocket Man Dan. Welcome to episode 8 of Let's Play Kerbal Space Program on PS4. Now, as you probably remember, we was on Ike last time, and our plan is to go to Duna now. So let's get Jeb back in the capsule. Let's SAS, RCS, and get Jeb back up there. Now, it can be a little bit tricky, but a little bit of practice makes perfect. Or at least that's what I keep telling myself. A bit more practice in my case. Now we need to redock back to this Duna Ike relay, which is actually our transport. So I think we should just let's fast forward this a little bit and see if we can get a direct transfer. There we go, about there seems about right. I'm just going to turn on SAS. We've got that ship selected as our target, and now all we need to do is get orbital. Okay, so I'll switch that to surface for now and throttle up ever so gently, closing those legs and tilting over to about 90 degrees, just a little bit above it, just there, and we can go full throttle now, really picking up some speed now to the surface, but we don't want to end up crashing back into it. I want to try and get a similar apoapsis to the satellite. We've already got our encounter nodes now. See, that's not great at all. Looks like I haven't done this very well. I'm just going to tilt over a little bit more. About there. Okay then. So at my apo, let's plan a maneuver and see what happens then. Oh, we get a very close second encounter just here. Let's see what this says though. 9.9 kilometers. Let's see if we can make that a little bit better, because it must overlap somewhere. Just there. Oh, what's that? 4.5 kilometers. That's not too bad. We can live with that. Let's see if we can get that any better at all though. Oh, 4.4. Okay, that'll have to do then. Let's roll on over to that maneuver, shall we? Just there, and that's only a 2-second burn. That's pathetic, really. I wonder if we could turn these down just a little bit. We've got the gimbal limited, but we could do with turning the thrust down, but I don't think turning one down turns them both down, so you've got to do them both. So it's best to use the precision sliders for this, so you get an exactly the same level of thrust. So that's on 40. What's this one? Yes, that's still on 100. So I'm just going to turn that one down as well. It'd be handy if they both did it at the same when I change one, it changed the other. There we go, 40. So now they're at even thrust. Yeah, 40 and 40. That's great. Oh, that's where we landed, just over there. How far away is that now? Wow, that's 41 kilometers away. See, that 2-second burn we had only changed to a 6-second burn now. Let's fast forward on up to that maneuver. Oh, hang on. You know what I didn't do? I didn't check the periapsis after. Oh, yeah, that's great. My new peri will be where my apo is now. So let's warp to next maneuver. There we go, just a minute away now. Please say we've got electrical charge. I didn't open that solar panel, did I? What did I bind that to? Was it number 1? Yeah, 1 opens it, but it doesn't actually toggle it. So I've got to manually retract it. And I've got no electrical charge. It's a good job I remembered that. That's probably from having the lights activated. Where is the sun? Can we see it anywhere? Oh, there. Perfect. Yeah, we're getting great sunlight at the minute. I mean, not that you can tell probably. Let's face it there. I mean, you can't see much, but that's about as good as we can get right now. So that manoeuvre is in 10 seconds, so 3 seconds before, 3 seconds after. I'm just going to lock to prograde for that. So I'll have to do. Let's see what this does, shall we? And slowly, I'm just going to go into stability assist and try and hold to that manoeuvre a little bit better. Okay, that's not working out too great. Maybe after this mission Jeb will have unlocked manoeuvre hold. So what's that? 4.5 kilometers. That's not shabby. What would happen though if at our descending node, just there, let's do that, if I burnt upwards, would that, what's happening here? So that's 4.4. So we've got a descending. I don't actually think it makes that much difference, because if we do that burn, it's only 12.5 meters a second. It actually makes things a little bit worse. So we're probably better off just sticking as we are. So what I'm actually going to do now is turn a retrograde to my target and wait for this manoeuvre, which is in 42 minutes. So I'm going to fast forward to, yeah, about 39 minutes. And then I can start doing some braking manoeuvres. And actually, what will our relative speed's only 15 meters a second, so it could be a little bit tricky. Actually, what happens if right now I burn prograde? Not good, I can tell you that much. Yeah, not much good is happening. I don't even think burning retrograde helps. No, nothing helps really there. Okay, so cancel that. Let's fast forward on back round to, that's 39. Yeah, T minus 39 minutes, great. Okay, right, we've got our next intersection in 2 minutes 50 seconds-ish. We could do, actually, we try and see if we can close that gap a little bit. So what I'm going to do is fast forward ever so slightly. There we go. And just try and push that retrograde marker to my anti-target marker, which should bring it closer, but it's bringing our relative speed down quite a lot, so it's making the encounter go away a lot further into the future. What does actually intersect 2 say? 3.7 kilometers. Let's fast forward again and see if that helps us a little. Out there, where's our retrograde and anti-target? Just there. So I need to burn about here-ish to push it forward. There we go. A separation of 4 kilometers, and we'll just have to keep doing this, unfortunately, just so we can slow things down a little bit. Well, not slow them down, just make things a little bit closer. Actually, I'm going a lot slower than I actually like, so I'm right there, am I? So let's just burn there. See, that's still 4 kilometers away. Can we actually see our target? Where is it? Let's point to target, and that might give us a clue. Oh, just over there. Can we switch to target? No, it's too far away. Okay then. If it wants to play hardball, that's its choice, I suppose. Right, this is getting a little bit tricky. Maybe, where's our prograde? Because you push your retrograde, but you pull your prograde. So maybe if we burnt about here, that could have some kind of effect. Yeah, our next intersect is getting closer, which is a good sign, and our relative speed is dropping. So 0.7's looking about good enough for now. 0.7 kilometers away, but that's still only a relative speed of 7.8 meters per second. It's very slow. I would prefer that to be coming in a bit quicker. Maybe if I fast forward things again and then burn towards my target again, things might change a little bit. There we go. So if I burn about here, pull in my prograde, we could bring things a little bit closer again. 0.3, 0.2, 0.1. Was about 0.1 as good as we're going to get? For now it is, I believe. Let's turn retrograde to target. Where is target? It should be down there somewhere. Great. Oh yes, we can switch to target now. And I'm going to make my other self, I'm going to make Jeb a target, so I can point this vessel at him. It doesn't want to obey me very much though, so we'll just have to see how things go. About there. Now switch back to Jeb. We're moving towards a target at 11.3 meters per second at the minute, and we've got a separation of 0.1 kilometers in a minute 45. So actually I want to burn about there. I'm just going to fast forward a little bit again, just so we're a little bit closer before I do this. Obviously the further away you are in time, the more effect you can have. But let's just see if we can get this separation to 0, just like that. It's in 9.2 meters per second. Actually, I want to stay in this map to do this, and then I can do the rest with RCS thrusters. So face retrograde to my target. I'm going to foolishly speed up a little bit. There we go. And oh, I accidentally pressed my throttle. So stability assist and burn retrograde just a little bit, and retrograde again. There we go. We're going very slow towards my target. Let's face prograde to the target, go into docking mode, stability assist, RCS on, and slow down if we can ever so gently. I'd like this to work the first time around. Nobody's perfect though, especially me, especially trying to get these camera angles. There we go. Hopefully I've got things pointed in such a way. There we go, connected. Oh, that's great. I'm just going to click action group 10. Thought it was 10, 6? Yeah, 6, that's the one I want. Action group 6, and now I'm controlling from the satellite. I'm just going to turn these radial engines, the thrust all the way up, but I'm going to shut down the engines because I want to be using the Wolfhound until I get to Duna. So I'm going to face prograde, toggle staging mode. Let's see if we can do something here, just so it looks a bit better. Pull this engine here. So in this stage now, with the lander attached, we've got 2,497 meters per second available, which isn't too bad. Let's plan a maneuver to go to Duna. Oh, we've got that satellite to think of as well. That's when that reaches its apoapsis, we've got to make a burn there, haven't we? Okay, so let's just plan a maneuver. Add maneuver. Should only be a small burn. There we go. What's that? 110 meters a second. So if I move that around, I want to try and be quite fuel efficient. Wow, that's really changing it if I start my burn a lot earlier, you know, that's gained us 500,000 meters closer to Duna. So just a touch more prograde and we should have it done. So just change that maneuver again. What is that? 86 is about the best. A little bit more prograde. Okay, somewhere about there, 70. 70 is actually quite good for a Duna orbit, because below 60, and you can only times warp by 3, I think that's 10 times the usual speed, and it seems really slow when you're trying to complete a full orbit. So we're facing prograde. That's a burn of 6 seconds, which is pitiful. So now we're here. Let's see if we can turn the lights back on. There we go. That's not looking too shabby at all. Let's actually go onto this screen and fast forward now. There we go, ready to make the burn. Well, we will be soon. There's Duna. It's just like in the Kerbin system. You orbit in the Moon and there's Kerbin, but everything's just a little bit more scaled down here, including the atmosphere on Duna. That gimbal on that Wolfhound's a bit excessive. But I don't know if I need it or not. I don't know if my reaction wheels are strong enough. So let's just wait until 3 seconds before the node. Shouldn't take too long. I'll just times warp a little. So 3 seconds before, 3 seconds after. For the last few meters a second, I'll probably just go into the map view and do it manually. Okay, so cancel that maneuver now. We're still locked to prograde. And let's have a look at our Peri on Duna. So that's 181. Let's get that a little bit closer. Just ever so gently using that throttle. Too much and I'll just head straight into the atmosphere, and that's not what I want at all. About there. Okay, 69, that's great. Should we fast forward this now? Yeah, we don't want to be going too fast though. Just till we're out of Ike's sphere of influence. That'd be nice. There we go. Great speed. And once we're in Duna's sphere of influence, like just now, there we go. I'm going to plan a maneuver at my Peri to get a circular orbit of Duna, because I could just enter the atmosphere like this, but it'd take a lot of slowing down, a lot of air braking. There's no heat shields on this crap. Well, there is one heat shield, but that's for Kerbin's re-entry. I want to try and keep that, but also it doesn't really make much sense if we've got to get into a low orbit anyway. So let's just face retrograde. Yeah, it's not a bad little ship if I do say so myself. Probably could have been a little less over-designed, but that's the fun of Kerbal. Let's fast forward to that maneuver. That's only a 14-second burn. Wow, that's really low. Oh, actually, let's cancel that time warp, shall we? That looks nearly ready. So when's this in? This is in 1 hour 52. So I'm just going to chuck a quick save in there now. And I'm going to switch to that Duna Ike relay in orbit. So let's go into... oh, actually, I don't need to go into the tracking station, do I? Let's just switch to. So 1 hour 50. And this maneuver is in... Oh, wow, it's still in 4 hours 39. That's a long way off. Okay, then. Well, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back to the space station. Not space station, space center back on Kerbin. And I'm going to see if there's any missions for Duna whilst I'm here. So let's go here and go to the space center. Okay, we're back on Kerbin now. Let's go into mission control. There we go. I can't see any for Duna yet. Rescue someone from Duna. We're not really equipped for that. Nope. That's unfortunate. I was really hoping to maybe get some science data or plant a flag on Duna. Okay, then let's go into the tracking station and go back to Jeb. Okay, which one's which? So Duna Ike we want. Duna Ike relay landed at Ike. That must be the Science Junior, so let's terminate that. There we go. And we just want Duna Ike. There we go. Has that got Jeb in it? Yeah, Jeb's in there. Let's fly that. Okay, so what we've got to do is stay locked to retrograde and then do this maneuver, then switch over to the satellite, do its maneuver, then do our landing maneuver on Duna. So let's just fast forward this ever so quickly. Warp to next, come on. There we go, warp to next maneuver. Great. It's nice to see that even now Jeb's getting a signal back to Kerbal, and that's not being bounced off the relay, funnily enough, probably because it's not in a good position. But over there's Kerbal, so we're still getting a signal, which isn't too bad to say we've only got 2 aerials. We've got this one just here, which I really like the look of. It's one of my favourites just for the look of it. The Communitron HG55. I suppose that's quite powerful in this low power, high gain antenna. So it's definitely not too bad. It's only a short burn really, 272 meters per second to get into a circular orbit. So it definitely could be worse, and I've overshot it because that's what you get for rushing. But I don't think it'll make too much difference. Let's have a see. Come on. Let's go into the map screen and just try and keep an eye on these. There we go. That should be about right. It's not picture perfect, but we've got a Peri of 69 and an Apo of 60. Oh, so it is perfect. Yeah, that's nice. It looks like we're going to the dark side of Kerbal now, but we want to actually switch to Duna Ike relay. So switch to. There we go. So we'll be wanting to hold on to that maneuver, and that's in when? Oh, still another 2 hours 47. Okay, so let's fast forward to maneuver. There we go. And I don't think it'll make too much difference if we start a few seconds late or early. So I'm just going to fast forward a little bit and get us there, about there, and just burn. Held on to the maneuver, and I'm just going to gently do it. There we go. That's good enough in my book. What's that? Apo of 9,365. Peri of 8,395. So there's a million in the difference, but it doesn't look like Ike's going to get in the way at all. So that's great. Oh, and it looks like now I can't select my Ike Duna lander. So I'll go into the tracking station, I'll cut it out, and we'll be back at Jeb. Here we are. Right, first things first. Well, why wouldn't it be first things first? Let's open this fuel tank up and pin it just there, and open this fuel tank up, and we want to go in fuel, in fuel. So we're drawing fuel out of that big tank and putting it into these tanks, because otherwise we wouldn't have enough delta V to land, which we kind of do need. So we're going to pin the big tank now and unpin the little tank. Come on, unpin. There we go. And open that one now, and we're just going to press out fuel on the big tank, out fuel again on the oxidizer, and then we should have quite a bit of delta V in that lander, hopefully enough to land and then take off again, and you know, get into orbit. So press stop on those, undo that. I'm actually going to face this in a normal direction, I believe. Yeah, just like that. I'm going to start these engines. There we go. Activate engine. And come on, activate engine. There we go. And I must remember I've got to undock from here. This one, decouple node. Actually, I'm going to throw in a quick save just there. Quick save, just in case something goes wrong. And I'm also going to turn stability assist on. So decouple node. There we go. And now I can face retrograde to orbit. Ooh, I thought that solar panel was going to catch then. Now, where should we land? We want to land on somewhere light, so I'm best starting my burn somewhere dark. So about here, I'd say. Let's warp here. Okay. Oh, that could be a little bit tricky, but no, if we burn retrograde there, we should be fine. Let's spin this vessel around a bit. Did we do science when was close to Ike? I'm not sure now. I can't remember. Let's try. Press 2. There we go. So keep. 3 to, yeah, that all seemed to be fine. Let's do a mystery goo. Observe the mystery goo. Yeah, it doesn't look like we've got it. And an EVA report, I suppose, then. Where we go? Just there. EVA report. Yeah, looks like we didn't do these. Wow, I could have sworn. No, wrong button. Let's board this and collect that data. Yeah, everything's been removed. SAS back on, that'll be handy. Unlock to retrograde again. I'm going to give it a short F5 just there. Wow, we're really close to that bell cone. Actually, let's just use the RCS just a little bit. I really should have topped up on some RCS fluid, some monoprop. Oh, I've got loads. I've only used not even 3 monoprop yet. I've got so much. Let's look at the periapsis, and I'm going to get that to about 9,000-ish, I say. So let's just burn gently till that's about 9,000. There we go. 9141. And yeah, at least we missed that. But now we should be coming in for a landing. How much battery have we got? EC 250. We must, yeah, we're seeing the sun. We'll have to remember to fold in that that solar panel. Let's fast forward just till we're coming into the atmosphere. Okay, we're in the atmosphere. Let's do things fast. Let's retract that panel. Do some science. So keep. We want to do a mystery goo whilst we're in the upper atmosphere. Observe mystery goo. And also a little cheeky EVA report, I believe. And hopefully Jeb will survive this. So EVA report, keep, and board. That's great. SAS back on. Let's turn these lights off now so we can conserve electricity. And lock to retrograde. And save the experiments. That's the important part here. And hopefully we land somewhere decent. If not, you'll probably see a jump cut of me trying this again. Okay, let's fast forward through the atmosphere a bit. Well, physics warp anyway. It's not as good as time warp, but it's not too bad. Actually, I want to stop that physics warp a second. And on these parachutes just here. I'm going to change that minimum pressure, which you can't do in the VAB for some reason, but I'm going to change the minimum pressure to 0.01. And 5,000 I've got the altitude set to. But you've got to do all these separate as well, just like you have the engines. So just change all them. We've got a spread angle of 10, which means the parachutes open a lot wider. But now they should be a little bit easier to slow down, because we'll be opening them a little bit sooner than we could have otherwise. Let's fast forward again. Okay, things are slowing down a little bit now. We could actually open the parachutes if we wanted to right about now, but I think Jeb might pass out from so much G-force. So we're just going to wait till we get a little bit lower, where it looks a little bit flatter, and open our parachutes. But we haven't got much choice on where we land. So we're going to open them about now. Just there. You see Jeb's G meter rise up just a little bit then. But now we should be falling straight down. Let's open those legs and do a little bit of science as well. Where are we at? Flying over Duna's lowlands. Okay, that's not too bad. Could have maybe done with one more mystery goo pod. Should we get a seismic scan? Can be done? Yes or no? Let's collect those. Do a quick save again, because I do love to save scum, and do a cheeky EVA report. Yeah, we're not going too fast for Jeb though. That's fine. So EVA report of flying at Duna's lowlands. So let's press the right button and board this. SAS back on. Let's face retrograde again. Now it's probably looking quite dark for you. What's our EC at? 245. Let's turn those lights on a little bit. And I want to say let's fast forward this, because there's not much we can do for the next 2,500 meters. So let's make sure we've got the science. Now we have. And we'll fast forward again. Actually, I've just thought of something. Let's turn these springs up just a little bit. Does that do all of them? Yeah, that seems to do all of them. Let's fast forward again. Okay, let's cut that physics warp out. And we're not very high. We're not very far above the ground now, at 100 meters or so. But we do want to come in a little slower, so I'm going to start trickling the engine soon. Let's say about now and see what happens. We are slowing down a little bit. Let's zoom in and a little bit more. There we go. Oh, perfect. Oh, I'm ever so happy about that. Let's do a little quick save. Observe the mystery goo. There we go, and observe the materials bay. Wow, 200 science. Doesn't say anything specific about Duna's lowlands. So let's decouple that, shall we? Undock it, should I say again. No! Oh, I didn't collect the science, did I? Well, looks like Jeb's going to have to go and collect it if it doesn't explode. Okay then. Let's try and get this off. If I can. Come on. The gravity's not as low here as it is on Ike, you see. Oh, really should have collected that science. Wish I had now. Let's see if Jeb can do something about this. Let's get Jeb out. EVA. It's a bit difficult to EVA on Duna. So let go. RCS on. And there we go. Come on, come on. It really doesn't want to do it. So if we just land here, can we collect the science? Collect data. Yeah, remove data. Which one was it in? Oh, we can't restore. There we go. Collect. Oh, that's perfect. So collect that data as well. Remove the data. And just make sure nothing's in that. No, there isn't. So let's see if we can push this off. There we go. Perfect. There we go. Jeb's earned his paycheck today. So we'll turn that off. We need to do an EVA report. Because why not? EVA report. Let's also take a surface sample. No, we don't want to remove helmet. Thank you very much. I don't think Jeb would like that. The surface consists of grainy, very fine sand like dust, and it appears to be getting everywhere. Oh, that's great. Anakin wouldn't like that. Let's plant a flag. Lowlands, wasn't it? Yeah, the lowlands, I believe. Oh, we didn't open the solar panel, did we? Oh, there we go. Let's rename this Lowlands. Edit name. There we go, Lowlands. Let's accept that. Actually, I'm going to take a screenshot just there. Let's turn off the UI. There we go. UI back on. Get Jeb back in his little capsule if we can. Come on. There we go. Really. Oh, a little bit too high. Grab. Oh, great. Board. So we can actually do custom action group 3. There we go. Okay, that's the end of today's episode. Join me next time. Thanks very much for watching. If you'd like to like, share, subscribe, maybe leave me a comment, that would be great. See you next time. Bye bye.